Okay, let's finish this bad boy up with some apothecary bottles. So this one, the lid is stuck on. Oh, it's oh, that could have been so dangerous. Do you know how many times I've tried to open this and it did not open? Okay, well, I will get this one cleaned out. I lucked out. I lucked out so much that that didn't open. Well, it opened, but it didn't spill everywhere. It's Brooke from the Junk Parlor. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is part 2 of a haul from a recent private pick. So let's see some of the things that I grabbed. I got a bunch of these hooks, and I'm actually gonna put some of them in my laundry room. So at this point, none of them are for sale. The laundry room will be one of my next kind of decor videos probably because I need to paint it. We took out some built-in shelving when we bought the house. I put up my grandma's old kitchen cabinet above the washer and dryer, and that's all we kind of did. And so now I want to move that cabinet down a little bit because I've decided that it's too high. I can't reach anything. And then I need to paint because it's the ugly, what I call camel color that the entire house was when we moved in. So I'm wanting to put some hooks across one wall so that I can hang things, decorative things, but usable things as well. So I want to tackle the laundry room. Telling you on today's video will help that actually happen, right? That's what's gonna happen with those cast iron hooks. Jim was the homeowner, and he had his old leather work bag, and this thing is leather and well worn, but still totally useful. There's a couple little sleeves on each side. I couldn't find any maker's mark in it, although the zipper says Crest, so I think it is a Crest leather bag. This I have priced for sale at $65. So if you're new to my channel, what I have started to do in more recent videos is just gone ahead and priced things for you so that you don't have to ask me. I do ship. I'm shipping out of Ankeny, Iowa, and you can bundle your things together. If you see something on the website at thejunkparlor.com, I have my next live sale, which they're the first Sundays of each month. So February 4th at 7 p.m. So if you said, Brooke, I want the briefcase, but I want you to hold it until you have your live sale to see if there's anything else I want to put with it, that is totally fine. You just pay for the briefcase, I set it on the shelf, and then we ship it when you're ready. That saves you money on shipping. Just kind of a little bit about the process. And these are cardboard paint containers, 5 liters. They say Watertown, Massachusetts, Leak Tight Division of Peerless Pressed Metal Corp. So even though they're all in the same, well, that one is more white, I guess. I was gonna say they're all in the same condition. So this one was the bottom one. It's more discolored, which I like better. And these paint buckets are 15 each. I love the graphics on them. And then we have these little like metal, I'm guessing they are paint buckets. They're nice heavy duty. They're not just aluminum or anything. It's a different kind of metal. And this little guy is 30. And then one, let's see, I think this black one might be just a Gnat's bigger. It is also 30, but still that nice and heavy duty metal. Few receipt spikes. I went ahead and left the receipt papers on this one because I just liked the way it looked. This one is a square large base for 20. And then we have a smaller one. This one's probably the shortest one I've ever seen for 18. Used to, I would get these drafting tools or there's some kind of gauge all of the time. They are $20 each, but since I moved here to Ankeny, the person I used to buy them off of, I don't see him as much, or I didn't see him as much. And then he passed away. And so I really miss going and picking through his stuff. But one of the ways that a lot of people have repurposed these is taken this slide piece down to the bottom and then it makes you a little stand, and then you can put your bracelets on it. So that's just one repurpose that I know girls that have bought off of me have done. 3 metal, these are empty Kodak canisters, and you're getting the 3 for $30. A Planters cocktail peanut tin. This one's a little bit taller than a normal one. It's 13.5 ounces, and it is $15, and it has great graphics on both sides. There was a little bit of Christmas. This is going to be a paper mache Santa. He is not in perfect condition. You can see his boot here. The black has come off. There is a little bit of hole here in the bottom. So this would have been a candy holder, and it is $75. Love Santa's face. It's just funny how some things give you a happy feel, happy vibe, and other things can be a little bit scary. All right, we have a 1953 Audubon Guides bird book, and it is $45. It's all the birds of Eastern and Central North America. So there are quite a few pages with glossed pictures, and then there are going to be just like your normal pages in there with writing. We have a couple party books. I saw one and I was like on the fence on whether I wanted to get it or not. I bought a lot of books this time, and I am not typically a book person. I say that, and I have a ton of books in my house, but I don't normally buy and sell that many books. I feel like I go in spurts where if I buy books, it's like I buy 50 books at a time, and then I won't buy books again for 6 months or a year. I don't know. I saw this one and I loved the color. I just think it's awesome. And then I found this one. It had a paper backing on it, cover on it too, but it was really holey and falling off, so I just took it off. But the party book and the party planner, I just thought, oh, the pair of these is super cute together. Fun. It does have a, signed who owns the book. This one, I can't remember what the cover looks like without. So it is red, and then it just says party planner. But I just thought these would be a fun gift for somebody. So 1976 party planner and 1948 party book. The pair is $25. A hymnal for $20. I love the wear and tear on this one. I love neutral decor, obviously. And then if you like doing projects, the hymnal pages are really good for that. Here is a Heath reader, and it is a 1903 for $20. Those kind of look like poppies to me. It is signed on the inside. Mount Hope was the school. These are not marked, but they are a pair of brass candlestick holders. This one looks like it needs to be spread out a little bit. Basically, you can just turn them to put them in a different position, but they are pretty petite. These are $30 each. I just got a cone masher like this that had this handle shape, and I said, I've never seen one like this before, and guess what? I found one there. So this is $35, and if you don't like the raw wood look, all you have to do is just oil it up. Even orange glow, vegetable oil, I mean, literally anything will put some moisture back into the wood and make it colorful. Sewing drawer with a nice glass knob. It is kind of a grayish color with cream underneath, I would say. And it is $30. It's rounded. We have a couple baptismal dresses. I have these priced at $15 each. I have not washed them. There is a little bit of discoloring, but these would look super cute hanging on a line in your laundry room or bathroom. This one is longer, but also $15. A manger, or I think it's called a creche. This was in a bag and I didn't even pull it out. I just assumed it was going to be kind of cool. It's a little bit not like what I expected. This is all just like cardboard. It does have a light and a plug so you can light it up, and it is nice and big. So I did like that part of it because I have a willow tree nativity set and I don't have a manger. I saw that in the box. I didn't even look. I was just like, oh, that would probably fit my own stuff, but I don't know. It is $25 if you are interested in that. I have not tried the light yet. Okay, this piece is $30. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Could be train tracks. I mean, taking away the side view of it and what it looks like there, I thought it could be a wood vent or grate cover, but I don't care what it is, because you know what I think that you should do with it is put it on your kitchen counter, kind of back by your backsplash, and you can set all of your bottles on it. So like olive oil and vinegar, or even you could line up if you have liquor, because this is a pretty, I don't know, it's probably 3.5 inches. So it'd give you a good amount of size to put square or round bottles on it. And I love layering, so I think this would be fun. Painting has such a sweet story behind it. It is $75 and it is signed, and it does come with this little card. It says, this picture was painted by Cynthia Barnes. She started painting when she was 55. This picture was painted when she was 85. It was given to me, Keith Hemphill, May 28, 1930, for a graduation present from Simpson College. I cared for her yard for some time, and she was a wonderful lady. I'm getting teared up a little bit, and I don't even know any of these people. She lived in the large brick house at Indianola, Iowa. So an 85-year-old woman who didn't start painting until 55 painted this. Now, it is a little bit wavy, but I'm going to say it's just because of the frame job. So I think if you maybe took this out, put a solid piece of cardboard, it would flatten it all out, or just leave it as it is because you really can't tell. So $75 on the C.A. Barnes 1929 painting. We have a little dog for $15, all ready to hang. Bigger one, that is $20. Now it does need probably one nail back here on this side. It has nails everywhere else except for on this corner. This one is $20, and it was to Jim December 25th, 1937. So it is an old one for $20. I'm assuming it's a print, but actually I didn't even pay any attention. We're just gonna assume it's a print. For $65. Does need dusted a little bit down here, but I just love the horses. In a skinny black frame. And at the bottom, the name is Paul Whitney Hunter. So $65 on our horses. Now, I'm not super excited about shipping mirrors, so I'm probably just going to keep this one for myself. I love that it's etched on both ends, and then it has like fuzz on the back. So it's just a tabletop mirror, but it's a unique shape. I think it'll go well in my bathroom. These paintings, at this point, I am not selling. I have not priced them. They are on some kind of old paint board. The guy that was with me thought they were probably 1800s, just because he thinks, who had them and how they got passed down or whatever. So at this point, these paintings are not going to be for sale. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with them. This one says Gilchrist on the back, or I don't know, like some of those seem cut off. This one actually seems like a complete print where the pigeons are getting her, or I think those are pigeons. Nope, I guess this one I have two stuck together. This one, you can kind of see how they've set over the years. Looks like something is set on it. Watermelon, some vegetables, I think. This one says paint colors and varnishes, Chicago. And then Boston. And then this last one is a pretty landscape as well. Again, painted on that same kind of painter board. This is a plant hanger for $20, just one of those yellow yarn macrame ones. It's pretty big, pretty tall. I would have bet money that these were reproduction McCoy, which maybe they are. Everything that I saw said probably 1960, but I know they're stamped McCoy, but I thought the reproductions, obviously they would stamp McCoy as well, but I don't know, it just has a different shinier glaze to it. But everything that I looked online, it was just basically saying it was a 1960s McCoy. So this one does have the saucer. It's about a little over 4 inches tall for $40. This one does not have the saucer. I have $40 on it as well. It is taller. So a little over 4 inches on the one with the saucer. So this one's probably 5 or a little more. There is some discoloration on it. It is marked McCoy. This is McCoy brown. It does have some like hard water staining. There were plants in it. I did try and wash it. There's either a chip here or it's smooth to the touch. It could just be the hard water staining. And this brown weave one is $25. It's marked USA with the ribbon and bow over the like a wicker basket. And it is $40. We have another bucket. This one is much bigger. Kind of looks like there's some letters on it there, but I don't know if that's just an optical illusion. There is a bundle of basically cloth bandages or wraps. Some of them are still in the plastic. There's different styles of ones that are still in their original packaging. These are like smaller tape things, but again, it has the fabric feel. So there's a whole bunch of those in this paper roll. So I just counted that as one. There's also this square one. So counting the one sleeve in this brown paper as one, there are 11 different bandages for $55. So what is in this bucket? This is a $18.99 linen ABC book from Laughlin Brothers. And it is $40. So it has the alphabet, and then it skips to some little stories. And I don't know, like, see that one with the dog? I don't understand it. Basically, the kid kills the dog by beating it. It's some fable or story that Brooke does not get. So there's stories in the back. We have another bird book. This one is $75. And it is dated 1919. Now, this one is really just a storybook. There are not graphics in it like on the Audubon books. This is a $20 1900 Soldier Boy, Our Soldier Boy book. Love the color. It's a super thin book, just with some like pencil graphics, sketches. We have a 1959 Sambo, Little Black Sambo book. I mean, the thing looks brand new, but it is 1959 and it is $45. A 1927 Little Bear for $30. It was from Winfield, Boston. think that was the person's name. This is basically an empty journal, but I loved that it had the Japanese, I don't even know, writing on it. It is dated 1922, and there are a few pages in here, but for the most part, they've all been ripped out. We do have a couple Bibles. I'm wanting to put these with some other burgundy Bibles that I got, but I can't find them. For the most part, Bibles are going to be $25 each, and I do like to sell them in a stack, so that is why I got these two blue ones. I mean, they are some bright blue. I had a blue-green combination for last month's sale. I might marry these together, might keep them separate. I feel like they're probably a little bit brighter. I have 3 black Bibles that are gonna go in my Bible stack. I did get some old flash light bulbs, and I'm probably gonna take these. I'll see if this one's a full box. I haven't even opened it yet, and I might sell the full box, but otherwise what I've done in the past is I have a huge, kind of like a pickle jar full of, this is just the flattened box, full of bulbs. And I think I'm just gonna add these into it. That jar is for sale if you're interested. So it's just a bunch of old bulbs. Hey, more goodies. All right, I forgot even what these were called. I wrote it down, but I can't remember. But it's black, but it also kind of looks green. It almost looks dusty on these little Aztec figurines. So there are 2 of them, and they are $50 each. This is an old tire pressure gauge. The sleeve on it is not perfect. The snap, I would not snap it again because I don't think you're gonna be able to get it off. So this is a tire pressure gauge for $20. It's like A. Schrader was on it for the wholesale company. Herring Motor is on it. So I've had these before, and I know they're pretty popular. This one I feel like is a little bit rough for $20. We have a Pyrex bottle. It says Pyrex vertically and horizontally, and then has the little ticks. It almost looks like a little baby bottle for $10. I did get a jingle bell. It doesn't have the little loop on the top, so I am just gonna hang on to that one. These are little fans. They have aluminum covers on them. The whole reason I got them, because I like the box. It says, keep cool and be gay. So one of the fans has a fish, or has a bunch of like the koi fish on it, and the other one was basically a landscape scene with a hut. Some old prescription bottles. This one is Hodgins Drugstore in Moscow, Idaho. And it is $20. You can see some of the old medicine is dried at some point. This one from July 1st of 62, Newport, Rhode Island. And what do you call those things? I think it's a fuse. There's a fuse in it, I just now noticed. But this one is $20. Creston, Iowa. I am not seeing a date on it, but the phone number is 444. Something apply for fungus. But it is another green jar with the original label on it for $20. This is crew cut stuff for your hair. The gel or whatever inside is green, and that is $10. This aminated mercury, it's Abbott, and it is $10. It might be leaking a little bit. I've touched it a few times, and sometimes I think it feels slimy, but I don't know if that is just me or like old residue. This one is my Kozel. This one is a Park and Davis brand, and it is $10 and does come with the box. This took me a little bit of research because nothing wanted to pull up at first, but this is toilet paper for $15. It's Laugh-In tissue, And then it says polluted proverbs. So I think it's going to give you little stories on the toilet paper. So I didn't open it, but you can just barely see through there. I don't know how it's coming on the camera. There's some text. So I guess some of them were like comics on the toilet paper. This one I think is polluted proverbs, whatever that's supposed to mean. Never put off is what I can make out right there. Try again is what that one says. So just funny things on your toilet paper for 10. We have a Hager planter with the original sticker on it for 20. And I think that's more like white paint stuck in there. And then there's the Hager stamp is on the bottom as well. A vanity set with the, what do you call this cut plastic? Lucite, I think. So you've got the mirror on both sides. So the back of it has the mirrors with the hand-painted flowers, and they're beveled, and the set is $35. Dr. Scholl's is $10. And almonds or almonds powder is $25. Good red, white, and blue on there. This is amazing. Look at that old primitive scoop. So good. So good the sticker fell off. It is $45 for a little primitive scoop. An old baseball with the outside seams for $15. Little advertising bell for $15. Peerless bell fiber, Peerless products. Does still have the old original ringer on it. This I think is a bottle stopper. At first I thought maybe it was like a wood punch, but just how it's tapered here, open on the end, I just think it's a stopper for 20. A monkey pod bowl with a capiz shell lining for 15. This is $15. It's a Red Cross Johnson & Johnson 1 ounce cotton. It does have the cotton in it. It's open here at the back end or side end for 15. We have a green handled leather punch, I think is what it is, for 15. $15 on our mercury glass ornament with like the reflector. Just been twisty tied over the years, and that is 15. Old new stock It's a Girl pin, nice big one for 15. Empty Scotch tape tin, this would have held 2 rolls, it says, for 15. 15 each on this Co-op glow candle glitter. So I don't know exactly what glow candle glitter is, but they are 15 each. So the red and this one still move around. That first silver, some of it moves around, but it seems like a lot of it's stuck. So I don't know if you scratched the inside of the bottle, if it would fix it or not. We have $8 on our little aluminum funnel, and then this funnel is $12. These are a great size for the tops of your little funnel trees. Okay, this is so unique. And yes, the price seems like, whoa, but there were shirts like this going for even more online. So he was born in the 30s, and this is a kid shirt. So do the math. This one actually has the date on it. So it says 47, but it's a kid size shirt. And these are all the fuzzy raised letters. So it is a soapbox derby shirt. There is a little bit of staining and discoloration on it. I did not attempt to wash it. And this one does not have like a maker's label on the neckline, but it is $150. This one is also $150. This would also, I'm guessing, be probably early 50s. This Fisher Body, what's it even say, Craftsman Guild, was something that they did for teenagers. So it would have been when he was a teenager. And this is all of the fluffy, not felt, but what did I just say? Like flocked lettering on this shirt. So I'm guessing early 50s because they did this program. I looked and it was like the 30s to something. But look at the old label on the t-shirt. Says Lowe and Campbell Athletic Goods with a 36 on it. But I would say this is like a teenager size shirt. Going off of trying to figure the time period based off of when they had the program, how old the guy was that that owned this compared to the box derby shirt and year and size. So both of those shirts, old advertising, $150 each. Hunt Club box is $15. I love the old saddle and the fencing things. It is Montauk's, which I am not familiar with that company, but it is just an empty box. And then another box that's not quite empty, but also $15 is this stationery for him with the horse and the dog and the fishing, man stuff. So you've got a lot of envelopes, and then you've got the little, some stationery with the dog on it, and then this White and Wyckoff's distinctive social stationery, like a little thank you. So you've got a horse on there, you've got a fish on there. So all of those images that are on the front of the box then are your letterheads or whatever on the stationery. But there is not much stationery left. Another empty box that I just thought was too good to throw away. So for $15, we have the Sweetheart brand tomatoes. Sweetheart, be fun to set out for Valentine's Day, or if you do vintage food stuff in your kitchen. Super cute. It is a nice, thick, sturdy box. And yes, it has been written on, but that doesn't bother me. 3 Bear aspirin bottles, and they are $15 each. One of them has 200 tablets and is a little smaller, and the others are 300 each. This little slice of tree I'm gonna keep. I just love it. It almost feels like cork. So what kind of tree makes cork? Very curious. We have Repair Outfit Goodrich Tires tin. A little scraped up, but not too bad. Definitely something that has been used, and there's a couple tire patches inside, little leather pieces. And then this, I'm thinking, is some kind of tire gauge. Like you put it on the valve and it pops up and tells you how much air is in it. Who knows if it works or not, but those two things are coming in the tin for $35. Another awesome Christmas thing. This is Empire Plastics 1970, and it is $125. We've got Santa and the 2 reindeer. Really, really good paint and graphics. So I don't think that it was sitting outside. There is a little scratch there on Santa's arm, but minuscule compared to some other ones that I've had. Boston collection of kindergarten stories. This one is a 1912 copyright for $30. This is a shipping estimator for 10 with Air Express. So you could figure out how much your suitcase was gonna cost, or Good red, white, and blue. Stick it in a flower frog. $20 on Sammy Goes Around the World. It is a 1934 copyright date. Mother Goose for $30. This one is a 1916 copyright date. Seems like they are tons of different copyrights, but they have the same cover. $25 on this 1936 standout book with Cubby Bear. So the only standout piece is the cover. The rest of it is just normal. 1935 Christopher the Canary for $10. There's a little bit of tape here in that front cover, but just cute little story about the canary. This is a 1933 ledger, pretty much completely full for $45. Starts in January of 1933 and just keeps going. I can't remember if this is the one. Yeah, like here she said, I cleaned house, finished the red dress, Kay got home late, wore a horn, won a ham. Maud and Gilbert were down. She goes through and says who visits and what she read, and I'm guessing it's a girl, but I don't know for sure. So the journal's kind of actually neat. $5 on license plate numbers for the state of Iowa. I couldn't tell what year it was. This one didn't have a year on it, but it did say Marshall County Treasurer, Marshalltown, Iowa, but it's for the whole state for $5. 1875 Montgomery Ward catalog number 13 for $15. There are some graphics in it here somewhere, some old advertising. $5 on these golden egg tickets. I thought these would be fun to do something with for Easter. So ABCA's golden egg convention, you tried to match your number to chickens, I think, to a golden hen around the convention center. So just a little fun thing for $5. $8 on the rainbow tablet, which maybe a couple pages have been used, but for the most part not. And the rainbow tablet to me is pretty faded over the years. You can tell they're different colors, but nothing too bright and crazy. So $8 on that. 9 of these airmail envelopes. They're just empty, unused envelopes for $10. 8 centers. Pinup stuff. So this is a litho pinup notebook pad for $25. It says dumb pluck. So I'm guessing there's some significance of that I just don't get. But other than the cover, all it literally is just a notepad. Unused. That match. And they are $5 each. They are both Psalms 121. It says made in the USA on the back. Pan Am World Airways for $10. Again, an awesome red, white, and blue thing. Awesome if you are a pilot or flight attendant. These are some kind of tags. I do not know what. There's little, what do you call, like the wax paper in between each one. So I'm guessing they were sticky, had some kind of adhesive. Teaching your dog to be a gentleman for $10. Just fun little graphics. This Esquire 1950 little pocket magazine, pocket calendar is $70. Your Esquire girls for $19.50. So each month has a girl with the calendar. The calendar is pretty small, but it is in great condition. A Wayne Feeds notepad. I honestly, when I first saw this, what I thought it was rolling papers because it's in like a matchbox, not a matchbox. What do you call it? It's not a box. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. This is $15, but you open it up and instead of rolling papers or matches, it is a notebook. So there's little perforated edges so you can pull those things off. This Wild West humming lariat is $8. So somehow you do the lariat and it makes a noise, but great old advertising. A couple postcards for $15. These like Spanish big eye girls, I think is what they were. So they've been written on, but they were never actually mailed. So $15 on that one, $15 on this one. Karen sent them out. And then this Cowboy's Prayer is also a postcard for $15. Next up, we have The Birds of America by John James Audubon. This is a 1953 for $50. So it does have the paper cover on it, which typically I don't like paper covers and I rip them off, all those feathers for the inside page. But I really do, I love that it's green, but I really do love the paper covering on this one. And this one just has tons and tons and tons of graphics that you could cut out and frame. Tons, like literally the entire book. These bottles are all $60 each. And I do have 3 more upstairs that I am trying to get cleaned better. The ones that I have down here, even though I might not have a lid on all of them, they all have a lid. These are Pyrex TS24. So you can see this one's a little murky on the bottom. So I was trying to get the murky out. I did get a couple decanters. So this one cleaned up well. The other one that's this shape did not clean up well. So I'm still working on that one. And then this decanter was in the mix too. And so the decanters I'm probably gonna keep. I would like to make sure that they're clean enough and then put some liquor in them. We have this little bottle that has some dried sodium nitrate in it for $15. This is like bandage tape that someone has written on. Again, oh, that is so weird. I tried forever to get this lid off too. So I wonder if they were too cold. I don't know. Isn't that interesting? Well, I don't think I'm gonna try and chisel this out. I'm just selling it as is with the tape label on it for $15. This one I thought was really pretty. It's got oil etched and vinegar etched, and then it's got an H on the silver plate lid, and that is $20. St. Joseph aspirin bottle, and it is $15. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you had fun seeing what I actually brought home. And like I've said before, all of this stuff is for sale. All you have to do is just comment below. Or if you don't want to do that, you can always send me an email or message me over on Facebook and Instagram. All right, until next week, see you later.